All right, Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. All right, and before I get started with camp, okay, I want to say, call hello, Yamla, Allah, Hayinawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone of my throne in this truth under. All right, Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yakwath that's listening in, submitting true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, all right, and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad, all right, throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, all right? But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. Okay, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Rock a thumb. Okay, so this is going to be the last camp. Okay, the last camp that I hold, you know what I'm saying, of 2025. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, reflecting on this year has been, you know, quite a lot of things that took place. You see what I'm saying? Quite a lot of things. You got war that ramped up, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of this year. Okay, since your boy Trump, all right, Nero Trump has assumed office, you know what I'm saying? It's been nonstop, man. It's been nonstop. Okay? That's why this man is the best, character, all right, to have been placed in this position. You see what I'm saying? Because he's bringing about Babylon's destruction, all right, at a pace faster than any other president has brought us to. Okay, he's going to be the one to bring this thing forward, man. Okay, he's about to be the one to bring this thing forward. So, with that, I'm going to grab this first in Second Esdras. All right, Second Esdras chapter 7 and verse 42. All right. It reads, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. Okay? And there's a lot of things that's taking place here, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that has kicked off, you know what I'm saying, in such a high gear. All right, it's such a high gear, such a heavy pace. You know, we've seen blood moons, we've seen all types of signs and omens, right? We've been seeing this from this whole thing of what's the name? 3-Eye Atlas. You know what I'm saying? That's still in everybody's mind. World War III is on everybody's mind. Venezuela is now being attacked. Okay. And now these foreign countries, okay, are starting to stand against this devil. You know what I'm saying? And making their voices known, be like, hey, listen, man, this is violation of a sovereign territory. This is a violation of international law, so on and so forth. Okay. The things that Nero 47 is doing is further bringing this place to the position of prophecy where it's going to be isolated. All right. So it says, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. All right. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. We're looking forward to that time where much glory will abide, man. You know what I'm saying? To the righteous rulership. See what I'm saying? All right. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, you know. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. All right. So this is what our hope is in. Our hope is steadfast on. Okay, it's on the faith. It's on the faith of an immortality. It's on the faith of a new life. All right, of a new existence. one that's not subject to this corruption, one that's not subject to the ways of this world, man. Okay, to the ways of Esau's system. All right, that's what we're trying to escape from. That's what we're trying to get the hell up out of here from. Okay, we got to get up out of here, right? We got to get out of here, man. Because if like the scriptures say, if the Lord is not shortened the times, all right, there should no flesh be saved, man. There should no flesh be saved. If we stay here, all right, another 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, we're done, man. We're finished. All right, I'm pushing 40. I'm pushing 40. So, you know what I'm saying? Next year, I'm going to be 40. All right. If I'm here for another 30 years, I'm going to be 70. If we're here another 30 years, all right, how old are the how old are the apostles going to be? I think they was joking about this not too long ago. Actually, it's funny. Apostle Tahar said, "I'll be having a walking cane." The Apostle Gabar is gonna have a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't it, man. All right, this ain't it. Especially with the things that's the things that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? All the things that's taking place, all the things that's moving at the pace that they're in. Okay. You know, a lot has happened this year. And you know, like I said before, it's so much that goes on, it's hard to keep up. All right. It's hard to keep track of all the things that takes place, man. Because so much is taking place. So much is moving so rapidly. Okay. So it says again, verse 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. The day of doom is what we, the prophets, all right, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, okay, what this is what we're trying to usher in. This is what we're hoping for, all right? Our hope is in the ending of this place, man, right? As it says here, in 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 28, it says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. All right, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. All right, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown, which is America, aka Babylon the Great, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good, man. And we're looking for that good to come, man. What is that? It's the peace, okay? Everlasting peace, a righteous government, righteous rulership. The scriptures tell you in the book of Proverbs, the 29th chapter. All right, second verse. All right, shalom, beloved, shalom. The water for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you. As the scripture said in Proverbs 29th chapter, second verse. All right. Let me just grab this real quick. Bookmark this. All right. All right, Proverbs chapter 29. All right, in verse 2. It reads, if I can get it, Salakia, it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. You see what I'm saying? Jumping down to verse 16, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. All right, and we've seen people lose we've seen people lose hope in this system. All right, rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened with the whole EBT type crisis, right? Where these jokes was losing all this money. You know what I'm saying? That they was going to go and get their groceries and whatnot. All right. And they all All right, all these jokers came out the woodworks talking about we're gonna loot, we're gonna steal. All right, I'm gonna take the shit out of your cart. Okay, and then another dude said I might just eat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just a small uh, 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 this is a small indication, okay, of how this society is going to fall apart and how fast it's going to fall apart. It didn't take much. It didn't take much. It didn't take long. You know what I'm saying? It was only like what, maybe 2 weeks. All right, 3 weeks. People was losing. People were losing their. They were losing their money. They was losing their paychecks. You know what I'm saying? Their paychecks during this government shutdown. All right, where uh, 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 even Trump had threatened to hold back their furlough. You know what I'm saying? The money that they were owed. So, this is it only took this bit of a push to cause the people to lose trust in the government. Now the whole situation with these Epstein files, you know what I'm saying? That was a whole debacle. All right, that was a whole psyop. You know what I'm saying? Craziness from top to bottom, man. All right, you had this Joker. He campaigned. All right, he campaigned on bringing that, and then all right, and then when it came time for it to start coming out, well, then here comes Pam Bondi, and she says, "Oh well, there's no list. You know what I'm saying? There's no files, nothing like that. Okay." And then it comes down to this, it's like, "Oh well, we're gonna make sure that you bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Bring this thing out." And it's just this big old back and forth, man. All right. Now it's come down to him that oh he was sucking off Bubba. You know what I'm saying? Who's Bubba? Bill Clinton. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? All right. And nobody impeached this motherfucker. Nobody impeached this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? And Clinton got up out of there for far less. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, hey, man, when it says that they shall no longer regard their kings nor princes, you know what I'm saying? All right. They are truly not going to regard the words of their leaders, okay? Of Trump. People are going to be breaking out of this whole illusion of left and right. You know what I'm saying? Democrats, Republicans, people are going to break out of this illusion. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand. You got to understand. People who have surrounded their identity. You know what I'm saying? Surrounded their identity around this whole political arena. You know what I'm saying? This whole political spectrum. The people who have done that, if you take that away from them, because their whole perception of reality is being challenged. Okay, it's all being challenged. Then they have to rethink all these things that they was taught since children, because they grew up seeing their parents, you know what I'm saying, be either Democrat or Republican. You know what I'm saying? They had this. They saw this and they adopted that lifestyle. They adopted that frame of thinking. Okay, and here we are at the end of this thing, and now they have to rethink everything that they've been taught. They have to reevaluate everything that they've learned. You see what I'm saying? Look at how these jokers are taking the reality of what these small hats have been doing the whole time. The whole time. You see what I'm saying? And they think that because this is such a shock to them. All right, this is such a shock to them. They're saying how atrocious this is, but then when you tell them this has been going on since the early 2000s and earlier, and they can't even fathom that. They can't even fathom that. You see what I'm saying? Because it breaks that false dichotomy that they've had, okay, that they've been taught their whole lives. You see what I'm saying? That these are the chosen people. You see what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden they got to look at these people that they don't regard. You know what I'm saying? These so-called black people, brown people. You know what I'm saying? Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man, saying that they're the children of Israel. Okay, and they're able to back this up with scripture. Now they have to Now they have to make scramble and do all this and do all that, you know what I'm saying, to try and keep up. Okay? Try and keep up. Because they never read the scriptures. All right? They don't know anything about what's written. You see? But now they have to, now they're forced to go into the scripture. They're forced to learn these things, man. Try and figure out these breakdowns. And the only ones they can turn to are the people that they're trying to debunk. The only ones that they can turn to are the ones that they're trying to disprove. You see? Being the prophets, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders, man. That's all they can do. And they hate that. They despise that. You look at they're looking left and right, and they're seeing their leaders like Bishop T.D. Jakes, all right? You know, stepping down because of all this stuff with Diddy. Okay. They gotta watch, all right, as all their pastors are being ousted left and right for being pedos, man. The very things that our apostles, bishops, and elders were accused of. Now they're being found out to do this, to be doing the same thing, having done the same exact thing. Okay? What was that one dude? Charles White. Okay? Charles White. I think that was his name. You see what I'm saying? And he was right next to Vocab Malone, okay, and made no hesitation to bring about accusations and to, you know, to come against his truth. And then it turns out that he was one of these very people that was doing the atrocities, man. Okay? Shit, man. We just had Prince of the Power. He just croaked. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to move, man. He's about to move. He's about to start really punishing jokers who come against the program, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to Lord willing, I'm going to do a separate lesson. You know what I'm saying? All right, touching on the situation of the affiliates. You know what I'm saying? Because I happen to fall upon that lot. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just want to set the record straight on a couple of things. You know what I'm saying, on my end. All right. But this is just to show how much the Lord is moving in this time. Okay. And that things have to happen. Things have to move and progress forward. You see what I'm saying? Because we are going from glory to glory. Elder Yashawamba gets into that all the time, man. We're going from glory to glory, man. We're not staying in the same stagnated position that we've been in. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is shaking things up even more violently now, right? And I can only imagine just how much more aggressive, you know, these prophecies are going to be moving forward in 2026. All right? The year of apostasy, sellouts, and agents, man. And we've seen that shit. We've been seeing that. All right? We've been seeing that with Chief Priest Salazar. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty much the biggest what's the word? He was pretty much the forerunner, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord used to start this whole thing off, man. Okay? Jokers was dropping out, okay, and a major camp fell apart. A major camp fell apart due to scandals, due to hypocrisy. You see what I'm saying? And it's only increased amongst those who followed him. Okay? Now we're looking at the Genesis camp, okay, and they are absolutely botching all the doctrines. As a matter of fact, they're abandoning it altogether. You see what I'm saying? Where they say, all right, they say things like we don't have the Hebrew, we can't trust the Lashon Kodash. You see what I'm saying? That means well, we can't determine what the Lord's name is. Here at the very end, where we're reaching the tipping point. All right. Like I just brought out a lesson a couple hours ago. We're reaching, all right, we are reaching the grand finale of this thing, man. There's no time for all this game, all this back and forth, man. No more games. No more games, right? Let me get this in Luke. This is Luke chapter 21. Luke chapter 21, verse 25. It reads, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." You know what I'm saying? As my beloved is on the comment board right now, you know, she's been having all these dreams, okay? Dreams revolving the moons, you know what I'm saying, revolving different things that's going to be taking place. All right. And as we've seen with what happened this year alone, all right, this year alone, a lot of Jerusalem has been searched out with candles, man. Okay. Jerusalem has been searched out with candles. It's not even the start of it, man. All right, or it's not even the heaviest point of it all. Okay, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Right? It says men's hearts failing them for the fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Okay? For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. Okay? And you got these dudes from Genesis talking about the lake of fires is somewhere over in the Levant region. How much sense does that make? You see what I'm saying? Verse 29. It says, and he spake to them a parable. Behold the fig tree and all the trees. When they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise, when you see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled, man. We've seen jokers talk about the rapture, okay, that the rapture was going to happen in September. It didn't happen in September. Well, we're going to wait till October. Didn't happen in October, all right, October. And then all of a sudden, you don't hear from these false prophets ever again. And then here comes another nigga, all right, shows up from Ghana, talking about I built 8 arcs. I built 8 arcs. Okay, and there's going to be a global flood that's going to wipe out the whole planet again. Okay? The scriptures tell you to the law and to the testimony. Let's get that real quick. All right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. Isaiah 8 and 20, it says, Slakia. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Okay? If they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. You see what I'm saying? You got this dude from Ghana talking about the world is going to flood again. All right, come and get in one of my 8 arcs. You see what I'm saying? All right, that's how you know that there's no light in him, because he's not speaking according to the prophecies. He's not speaking according to the words of the power, the words of our power, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said clearly through a covenant that he set forth that destruction will never happen via a flood ever again. You see what I'm saying? So that goes completely against what the Lord's saying. That makes him a false prophet. You see? And so then all right, so then that happens, and what does he do? It's lucky this snow is starting to get slippery. But what does he do? He says, "Oh well, this was all symbolic." You know what I'm saying? The Lord is giving us more time. The Lord is the Lord is allowing us to repent more. Like this, it's all this foolishness, man. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. You see what I'm saying? All right, we're seeing it. We're seeing the sellouts. We're seeing the agents, the agent activity. This whole situation that went down with with uh uh uh, uh with what's the name? With that one dude, Itazawan from North Carolina's camp. You know what I'm saying? The GMS. And you know, dealing with his brother, which I'll just leave that to the elders of North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, to deal with that. All right, which they already spoke their piece on it. But this is just going to show you that the agent activity, Slocky, that the agent activity is ramping up. All right. The agent activity is increasing, man. So we have to remain on our watch. We have to remain circumspect. You see what I'm saying? When we come out here, all right, and we prophesy, almost every time there's always someone that's watching from a distance, all right, in a car with tainted windows. We always have to be circumspect, man. Okay, we have to assume that maybe our car is wired. You see what I'm saying? Maybe our houses are bugged. You know, and they're listening to our conversations. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. We know what time it is, man. We know that this thing's about to ramp up. It's about to go into overdrive. Overdrive. All right. They pushed the Real ID Act this year. All right. That was March. That was in March. You see what I'm saying? Right. So the infrastructure is here. The infrastructure is here. It's all necessary. It's all moving forward, man. Okay? We're going from glory to glory. So the next phase of this thing is going to get more deadly. All right? I just listened to a video from Double 7 before I set up camp. Okay? And they're talking about a credible threat to go down on celebration of the new year. You see what I'm saying? Okay? To all you Akim, you Akwath, all right, stay away from these heavily crowded events, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay home. Stay home. All right? Shit is about to pop off. All right? Things are about to start moving, man. All right? Because they have to get this thing underway. They got to get this thing underway, man. They don't have time to keep patty caking anybody. You know what I'm saying? All right, keep gradually leading people into this thing. Now they gotta yank you even further, even closer, even faster. You know what I'm saying? All right, get this thing going. Expect to see pandemic. Expect to see, you know what I'm saying, terrorist attack, what have you. You know what I'm saying? All right, China is now about to shut off. All right, exports of silver. China is going to cut off exports of silver. This is not going to be a pretty sight. All right. It's not going to be a pretty sight. But the prophets have spoken these things. Right? let's go to let's go to Slocky. Slocky. Just had the preset. Let's go to Jeremiah. There it is. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. All right. All right, Salakia. This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old. Salakia. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right? Of war and of evil and of pestilence. We're here to tell you that this shit's about to pop off any day now. All right? Any day now, man. All right? As we've been saying months ago, this is the calm before the storm, man. Because when this storm hits, all right, when this storm hits, the hopeful elect will be inside the shelter. The hopeful elect will be inside the shelter, man. Right? Let's go to Proverbs. All right, this is Proverbs 18 and 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. The righteous runneth into it and are safe, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have our baskets and everything else. So I got my baskets and I got my basket, my eggs in Slocket. I got my eggs in the crypto basket. I got my eggs in the gold market. I got eggs in the silver market. I got eggs in real estate. I got eggs in this place, that place, yada, yada, yada. All right. It's not going to do nothing. It's not going to do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? This thing's about to, it's about to hurt everybody. This thing that's coming is about to hurt everybody, man. People are going to be caught off guard. Okay? Let's see. What else happened? Iran, all right, Iran attacked Israel for the first time in history. This year, for the first time in history, Iran attacked Israel. You know what I'm saying? And it was a spectacular display. I think they called that the 12-day war. All right. Okay, the 12-day war. See what I'm saying? And during those 12 days, we got to see just how vulnerable, just how weak, all right, these Amalekites truly are. The world got to see just how weak they are and how much they don't fit those prophecies. They do not fit the prophecies of the children of Israel having gone back to the Holy Land. Right? They don't fit it. They don't fit it, man, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be any war. Yet the war, all right, the war is ramping up harder than ever. Okay? People can see this thing more than ever now. That these jokers don't fit that. Okay? Here it is. Now these jokers are getting exposed on a high level. People are able to see, hey, wait a minute. My tax dollars goes to you being able to have money for your children, being able to have money for your women who's giving birth to your children. You see what I'm saying? They get all the perks, all the benefits, and mind you, this similar system happened in Libya. This similar system happened in Libya where Muammar Gaddafi all right, was taking so much care for his own citizens. You see what I'm saying? And that was done in righteousness. That was done righteously. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take care of take care of your citizens. You're supposed to give them free health care. You're supposed to give them free education. You're supposed to give them, you know what I'm saying, free land in an incentive to build families. You're supposed to do these things, man. Increasing inheritance rights, and you know what I'm saying? That's literally scriptural, the way that Gaddafi was moving. Okay? But the way these Amalekites is moving is completely outside of what the scriptures say. All right, it's by usury that they're moving. Usury, where they're providing all this luxury for their citizens, is usury. You see what I'm saying? Stealing from others in order to fatten your own. Okay, that's acting as a parasite. A parasite, man. As a matter of fact, let me just look this up here. All right. Let me see. Let's go to King James. All right. Let's look this up. No, that's not it. There we go. Proverbs. Excuse me. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 15. It reads, the horse leech hath two daughters, crying, give, give. There are three things that are never satisfied. Yeah, four things say not, it is enough. All right, that's Esau to the letter, man. That's Esau to the letter. Okay, you're that horse leech. You're that parasite that goes around saying, give me, give me, give me. You know what I'm saying? Give me. And it's never enough. All right, you're never satisfied. You always have to take and take and take and plunder and acquire more and more. You just can never have enough. And the nations are tired of that shit, man. The nations are tired. The rest of your own people, all right, the rest of these Edomites, all right, they're sick and tired of your shit, man. You see? Right? Because you spoil many nations, man. Let's get that what is that? Micah. All right. Let's see, Micah chapter 2. Salakia. Salakia, that's not the one I wanted. But let me get this real quick. Micah chapter 2 and let's hit verse 2. Let's start at the top. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your nets, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? And as I'm reading this, I'm thinking about the situation with Venezuela right now, and the fact that they have commandeered these oil tankers, you know what I'm saying, that was set for China. Okay? $1 billion worth of oil that was set for China, and they're not getting it. And China is like, hold up. You're not finna do that to us, man. All right, you're not finna do that to us, man. So, all right, they openly sent out a threat to the United States on national television, okay, in the form of them performing drills or performing a simulation, all right, a simulation on the Caribbean. You see what I'm saying? And Esau knows that he can't deal with China on that level. You see what I'm saying? If they get into a direct conflict with China, okay, or be it Russia. But they know that this whole contention with Venezuela is going to spark that. You see? It's going to spark that. It's going to cause problems, man. You see? Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? You see what I'm saying? What you've been doing around the world is going to come back to you. Okay? Blowback, as it's called in the military. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Now we're seeing them being viewed in a negative light by their own people, all right, by their own allies. You see what I'm saying? The NATO is starting to break up. NATO and the EU. They're now talking about how to distance themselves so that they can be in a better position to take care of themselves, man, and not depend on Babylon the Great, man. Right? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness. All right. That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. You see, and this is what's coming to you, man. This is what's coming to you. And now you're tired of everybody pointing out your bullshit, man. You're tired of everybody pointing out the fact that you have done this, that you have done nothing more, all right, than go around the world stealing, okay, plundering. You see? Woe to verse 12. Let's go to verse 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. And by the preaching of this word, okay, these devils are being found out. By the preaching of the gospel, you see what I'm saying? These devils are now being seen, okay, for the type of hypocrites that they are, for the type of marauders that they are. You see? For the true villains that they are. So now they're no longer being called liberal, they're being called villains. The very things that they didn't want the world to see them as. Okay? This is that fugitive and that vagabond. Right? We're starting to get some icy rain. Yeah. I'm gonna close it out soon. Let's see, it says verse 15, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, man. And that's happened by the means of this deception of theirs. That's happened by their deception. So the people, all right, so the people are now tired of his philosophies. The people are now tired of this joker walking around with his stout look, his proud look, and saying, you know, your countries are going to hell. All your countries are going to hell. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing so well. You know, it's not doing too well. If you would just follow our method, you know, get those immigrants out of your countries. It's just not looking too good for you, for Europe. It's not looking too good for Europe. You're being taken over by China. Hey, man. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh China. China. And makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shameful glory. All right. Again, as a result of the prophets having spoken these words and brought forth the truth, you see what I'm saying? Now it's shame. Now it's time for these devils to be ashamed, all right, and be brought to shame by everyone around the world pointing fingers at them now. You see? Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All right? Shameful spewing is on your glory now, man. And everybody's pointing out your madness, pointing out your modus operandi, pointing out your different ill-gotten gains, you know what I'm saying? Your unrighteous dealings, man. You see? Now it's to the point that JD Vance is saying, hey, it's okay to be happy. All right, you should be proud to be white. Okay? That's what JD Vance is saying now. Okay? You no longer have to apologize for being white, you know? And that's great. That's great. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that. These devils have to be in that prideful spirit. That's what? That's the Lord hardening their heart. You see, that's the Lord hardening the heart of Pharaoh, man. Right? So it's necessary. It has to happen. It was only a matter of time, okay, before this devil gets boxed back into a corner, man. Okay, pushed him into a corner. Now he's no longer going to pretend, right? Now he's no longer pretending. He's no longer pretending anymore like he cares about people. He's no longer pretending anymore like it's all love. He's no longer pretending as if as if it's a kumbaya thing and we can all come together. And I don't hate this, I don't hate that. You know what I'm saying? I love all people. Now he no longer has to pretend. Now he no longer has to pretend that. He no longer has to say, oh, well, that's not how, that may have happened, but that's not how I feel. All right. That's not how any of my people feel. You know, my family's not like that. I got black friends. You see what I'm saying? They no longer have to pretend that. Now they're able to showcase their excuse me. They're able to showcase, all right, their disdain towards you. Salakia. Let's go to let's go to Ezekiel. All right. Go to Ezekiel chapter, was it 35? Ezekiel 35:1, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And here you have jokers from Genesis, all right, and all these other characters popping up saying that we talk about Esau too much. All right. We were prophesied, we were commanded to prophesy against these devils, man. All right, and prophesy against it and saying to it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Why? All right. Ask the question, why? Why would this be demanded? Why would this be the decree? Why would the Lord, who loves everybody, why would he say something like this? Simple. Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, in the time of their calamity, in the time where their iniquity had an end. And we had an end to this. But what does it say in the book of, I believe it was Zechariah? What does it say in Zechariah? It says that you furthered the affliction. You furthered this thing, man. So the Lord's got something for your ass. Right? In the time when their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You see what I'm saying? And these devils are now turning to their pseudoscience. They're now justifying their treatment of you, Jakes. You see? They're now justifying why they believe you should be eradicated. They're now justifying why you need to go back to slavery. They're justifying why you should have never been allowed to come out of slavery. They're now justifying. All right? They're no longer pretending. They're no longer pretending. So it's a good thing that they are now in this position to think the way they think again. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is allowing them, all right, he's allowing them to get into that prideful spirit, right? He's hardening Pharaoh's heart. And the modern day Pharaoh is Esau Edom. You see? So it's only a matter of time before they start to come down and you know bring that heavy sword. You see what they're doing to the northern kingdom. You see what they're doing to the northern tribes. All right? They're no longer pretending anymore, man. All right? Nobody's arresting these people who are pretending to be ICE. Nobody's arresting them. You see? They showed you maybe one or two imposters, maybe one or two people who were posing as federal agents. They shown you one or two of them. Okay? This ain't some nationwide crackdown on their own to make sure this thing is righteous, or this thing is fair, or this thing is actually about immigrants. You know what I'm saying? No, you got reports going on with these devils graping all these women from the northern tribes, all right, pretending to be ICE. If you don't get in this car, I'm gonna deport you. You see what I'm saying? And then grape the woman inside the car. Like this, it's that madness, man. They're no longer pretending. Ain't no longer pretending, man. And here it is. We're supposed to allow these devils to have part in the promises that's meant for us. You see what I'm saying? This is why the Lord's about to destroy these false prophets, man. The Lord said that judgment shall begin first in the house of the Lord, man. You see? This ain't a game, man. The doctrine is not something that you play with. The doctrine is literally the word of the Lord. And if you're not coming in the correct doctrine, man, prepare for the Lord to visit your ass. You see what I'm saying? See what happened with Alazar. See what happened with Prince of the Power. We about to see more of it. We about to see more of it, man. We about to see more of it. And it's about to be, the Lord's going to make an example out of those who are openly rebellious. The Lord is going to make an example out of those who have something to say against his men. You see what I'm saying? Either be from Elder Apostle Har to Apostle Bar, Apostle Makar, Apostle Ramlov, either be from the many bishops to the elders, to any of the brethren, okay? And to all the men of the likewise doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Either be to any of his men, the Lord is going to heavily visit you. You see? And this is not something that we say out of pride, you know what I'm saying, being boastful or anything like that, man. No, we're just merely servants. You see? Humble servants, man. Okay? I ain't got nothing to boast in. I ain't got shit to boast in, man. All right? I'm a nobody. I'm nobody. You see what I'm saying? Before I even came into this truth, I was an atheist, man. Atheist. I didn't even believe in the Heavenly Father, man. All right? I grew up in Christianity, you know what I'm saying? About the time I got out of high school, you know what I'm saying? I said, to hell with that shit, you know. And I said, you know what? There is no God. All right. And I was on that type of kick until 2015 when I came into the truth. And I was like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't of my own. It wasn't of me. All right. You know what I'm saying? And then I came across the elder apostles, the men of Great Millstone. You see? And and every one of us has Slacker. And every one of us has a story. You know what I'm saying? Every one of us has a background in this thing. Every one of us has something that a journey, you know, that took us to where we are here, you know, where we are now, being hopeful, you know, being those of the hopeful elect, man, believing in the correct doctrine, right? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, this is the last camp, you know what I'm saying, that I'm holding for 2025. Hey man, it's been an explosive year. All right. As a matter of fact, it has been a year that has gone like a flash. That's what this has. That's what this has been. It has been a year that went by like a flash, bro. Okay. And I can only imagine just how fast and how devastating 2026 is about to be. Okay. From January the 1st, China is already declaring that they are going to be cutting all exported silver, okay, starting the first day of January. You see what I'm saying? This thing's about to start moving fast. Okay? Be circumspect, man. Be circumspect. Don't go out there celebrating and all that garbage or whatever. All right, which we don't know, we don't do anyway. All right, but don't be around, heavy crowds, large groups of people. You know what I'm saying? I went to the grocery store the other day. It was so many people inside the grocery store. I got real I got real anxious. You know what I'm saying? I got real anxious. I was like, yo, let me get my shit and get up out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? I can't be around too many people, you know, because this is just not that time. This is definitely not that time, man. All right. Get your shit, you go home. You go home. Get your babies, you know what I'm saying? Get your kids, you go home. All right. Go to work, get your daily bread, go home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's just it's that type of time that we in. So I pray this has been edifying to the Lord's elect. You know what I'm saying? Sawada, beloved, Sawada for those tuning in. You know what I'm saying? All right. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. All right, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in his truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.